who do you think wins the East, and who do you think wins the West? And let's start off with the East. All right.
Okay.
So so when it comes to the East, I think the Bucks.
Okay.
I think that Drew Holiday pickup was huge. Like I truly think it was like it's not being pumped up to as much of a bigger like it's going under the radar somehow, and I'm not sure how that's the case. That's a huge pickup in a team with Giannis, who was already MVP level, Chris Middleton, and their number 3 is Drew Holiday, who people have said is the best guard defender in the league. Right? They put him up there with Kawhi. He said, or Kawhi's small forward, but in terms of defense, like people heard the mention the conversation of Drew Holiday being up there. Him being that good on defense, and he can penetrate and make the jump shot, which is most important, and make the 3 with like efficiency. That is a pickup that changes the whole dynamic of the Bucks. And you don't miss Eric Bledsoe and you don't miss George Hill once you pick up Drew Holiday. You don't. So I do think that they have an opportunity, depending on the growth of Boston. Actually, that's a lie. I think Boston legitimately needs one more player. I think they need one more player to go along with Jaylen Brown and Tatum. But say it again.
I just said Taco Fall.
Oh no. Yeah, we don't want no tacoing the one. But they need one player. The 76ers, depending on how Doc Rivers coaches them, they have a chance to be like second seed this year, second, third seed, because Doc Rivers, like, he's got cachet amongst the league, so the players respect him, and like so enough to work hard for him. And the third option, Harris, had his best season under Doc Rivers. So we can see that season translate into this season this year. Then for him specifically, then I think they're close, but I do think that it is the Bucks to lose this year. Like if Giannis can't do it this year, Giannis can't do it. But he signed that 5-year extension, so he's stuck. But this is his year, because let's say they go up against the Nets, right? And so the Nets would be a good one. They match up well with the Nets. Drew Holiday defensively matches up well against Kyrie. Kyrie's gonna get his, but Drew's also gonna get his. And then Giannis and KD and like that, they match up with everybody perfectly, because all 3 of their best players play the game differently. There's the Bucks play the game differently, and they all take up a different aspect of the basketball game. So I think it's the Bucks to lose.
I don't know. Maybe this is recency bias. It almost certainly is, but I kind of feel like, granted, like even with everything, I think like the Heat are going to have an opportunity to like win the East, and I say this with and maybe this is just with the perspective that like one, they went to the finals, they lost, they're going to be hungry for it, they're going to want to get back there and actually win one. Your like Hero and Robinson will both be older, a bit like have a bit more experience under their belt. They should improve. Hopefully they like them and Nunn get better defensively. It would help immensely. But like outside of like Butler and Dragic, like you can like it is reasonable to expect that everybody else pretty much improves. And I think that combined with the good coaching that they consistently get, And like I think they might just kind of what's a good way to put this? They might just kind of will like they might it might just kind of be like a force of will thing. Like they just decide we're gonna be the best team in the East, and we look up and it's the thing. Like they just outplayed everybody every game or something. But I don't know.
Can we acknowledge that Allen apparently got his superpowers today because he just teleported from room to room? That was nuts.
I had to. But I like both of y'all picks. I'm going to be basic. I'm going to go with the Raptors.
You have no argument?
Raptors have kept all of their. Wait, y'all hear me?
No, I hear you.
Yeah,
I'm trying.
the Raptors have kept.
I hear
all of
you.
their
You tripping?
players.
You tripping? But I hear you.
No, they kept all of their players. You got Fred VanVleet. You're basically running back the same squad, and hopefully, somebody talked about Pascal about having more than just the spin move. And if he has more than just the spin move or just one counter, I think he's a much better player that can actually not lead them because the leader is still going to be Kyle Lowry. I just think they got enough dogs where they can eke out enough wins, and their coach is going to get them there. So I think they got one more run. I think this is the last hurrah for Raptors.
I think the Raptors are one player away, just like Boston. I think they're just one player away. And when they had that one player, they won. Now they don't have that one player, so I just think they're literally just one player away. In that same Boston category, they're gonna be good. They're gonna make the playoffs, right? They might be like a 4, 5, 6, or 3, 4, 5 seed. I would say they're probably gonna be right. Especially a team like that is built for the regular season. But when it comes to the playoffs, I don't see them going all the way. They might make it to Eastern Conference Finals, but I don't see them going all the way. You know what I mean? So let's transition to the West.
Wait, you talking about like come out of the East, or you talking about just? I thought you was talking about just win like the conference.
I'm thinking the Raptors could just win. The Raptors could go to the Eastern Conference Finals. Like I can see that happening, but like you need that extra player to like take you over the hump.
Yeah,
and they don't have that.
I thought we was talking about seeding. If we're talking about like, I think they can get the number 1 seed in the East. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't think they can come out of the East, but I guess I should just pay attention to the question, right?
But also, I also think that they won't even come number 1. I do think the Bucks are also just built to become number 1. So let's make this transition to the West. When it comes to the West, the team that's going to... Say it again?
First, I reflexively said Lakers, and I thought about it. It's probably going to be the Clippers. Lakers are going to find a way to rest their best players.
Are we talking about coming out, or are we talking about who's going to win number 1? I think I'm confused.
Just who's going to have the 1 seed going into the playoffs. That's all I'm addressing.
Okay.